Till 2021, 80% of Russia's total gas exports were to Europe. Nearly half of Europe's imported natural gas was from 4 Russian pipelines, which through state-backed gas monopolists had long-term contracts with countries. Europe didn't have a bigger supplier and Russia did not have any bigger client. But amid the war with Ukraine, Russian leaders stopped most of the country's gas deliveries to the EU as sanctions were imposed on them. They thought they were being smart. The prices of gas instantly shot up, because of which Russia earned more despite lower volumes of exports. Europe meanwhile braced itself for inflation, blackouts and cold winters. But cut to 2 years later and Europe's gas tanks are fuller than ever. But the Russian gas giant isn't able to make any profits. There are a bunch of reasons behind this. One, that redirecting the gas it once sold to Europe was always going to be a challenge. Russia doesn't have any equivalent to the Nord Stream, which is a network of gas pipelines running under the Baltic Sea from Russia to Germany, which provided Western Europe with natural gas. Russia also lacks the specialized plants and tanks which are required to ship LNG. Until about last year, it was just a minor inconvenience for Russia. They continued to sell oil at a good price despite sanctions. But now, as the war drags on, the Kremlin needs cash to fuel their operations. The world's production capacity is higher than the demand. Oil markets are only tight because the Gulf and Russia are cutting outputs. But now Russia doesn't have the funds and equipment to explore new fields. Also, global demand for oil is likely to start waning. This in contrast with gas, which as per forecasters will continue to be in demand since it's a cleaner fuel. This means that to keep going, Russia must figure a way to revive their gas sales. These sales are unlikely to come from Europe now. So Russia has 2 options: either build pipelines to other places or figure out equipment to export liquefied natural gas. Russia's only option to use pipelines is to export to China. They're already using Power of Siberia, a pipeline that links eastern gas fields to China. By 2025, deliveries to China are expected to rise 4x as compared to 2020. But the real game changer for Russia would be Power of Siberia 2, a proposed Russia to China pipeline. Russia hopes to supply a sixth of China's gas requirements. But the thing is, China is obsessed with energy security and they don't want to rely on a single exporter. Because of this, negotiations between the 2 countries are stalled due to disagreements over crucial contract terms. Russia's second option is essentially their only one then, to boost LNG production, because once it's on a ship, fuel can be sent anywhere as opposed to gas in its natural form. Liquefaction of gas will work well for Russia due to its climate, and Russia is working hard on this goal. But even so, recovering the kind of profits they got from Europe's sales would be tough. For one, new LNG plants need Western goods to be made, which have been sanctioned for Russia. Russia is now trying to create a homegrown way to do this. But even as they are trying, it's a tough task. The green transition is rolling on, so the golden age of gas will last for at least about 20 years more. And Western sanctions have ultimately dealt a blow to Russia's future as a leading energy supplier. However, Putin continues to put on a brave face.
Кто бы и как бы не пытался закрыть нашу энергетику, это невозможно, потому что на пределе находится добыча в соответствии с потребностями мирового рынка. Вот это невозможно просто, понимаете? Это невозможно. Можно добиваться... Вот представим себе, что взяли завтра и все закрыли. Газ, нефть нашу и так далее. Но мировая экономика не выдержит такого закрытия. Просто цены подрастут до небес, и все равно будут покупать. Без этого невозможно.
Hope you found this video informative. For more such content, keep watching Mint.